Ladies and gentlemen, the governor's own 145th Army Band. Major General Ricky G. Adams is Deputy Commanding General, Army National Guard, United States Army Training and Doctrine Command. As Deputy Commanding General, he serves as the Principal Army National Guard Integrator for coordination and promoting effective communications between Headquarters, Training and Doctrine Command schools, and the National Guard Bureau Liaison on major policy issues and programs impacting the Army National Guard. General Adams was commissioned in 1982 through the Oklahoma Army National Guard's Officer Candidate School. In previous assignments, he has served as Deputy Assistant Commandant, United States Army Field Artillery School at Fort Sill, Director, Police Reform Directorate, Kabul, Afghanistan, Deputy Commanding General for Army National Guard, Field Artillery Center, Fort Sill, Land Component Commander, Oklahoma Army National Guard, and most recently, Assistant Adjutant General Army, Oklahoma National Army Guard. General Adams has previously commanded at the battery, battalion, and brigade levels. Prior to receiving his commission, General Adams served for over 3 years as an enlisted member of the 45th Field Artillery Brigade. In civilian life, Major General Adams is the Assistant Commissioner for the Oklahoma Department of Public Safety. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Adams.
Good morning, distinguished guests and friends, families, our fellow veterans, welcome. Before I get started today, let's start off here by recognizing the 145th Army Band, all these color guards, and the governor's own color guard. Let's give them a hand, please. These folks work so hard in the backgrounds making these events so good for all the veterans and all the other folks around the state that gets a chance to see them. I really, really appreciate them being here. I would like to express my deepest appreciation for the privilege of speaking at this honored site today. I cannot help but remember the historical significance that today has for thousands of our Oklahoma Guardsmen, both past and present, along with the rest of our veterans, that are continuing to serve a proud legacy of service for our state. For both our Oklahoma Air and Army National Guard, today they stand beside our active duty counterparts from the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guards, protecting our way of life around the world. I'd like to give special recognition today to those 19 Oklahoma Guardsmen who have lost their lives in this conflict and have been killed in action in Iraq and Afghanistan. If we could, for just a moment, reflect a moment of silence. Thank you. This is a special day that as Americans we pause to reflect on the members of our armed forces for their ultimate display of citizenship. They are our mothers, they are our fathers, our sisters, our brothers. They come from all walks of life, from everywhere across this great country. In 1936, Franklin Roosevelt wrote, "Freedom cannot be bestowed, it must be achieved. And until the day when the world is free of tyranny, our freedom will achieve only if Americans are willing to answer the call and to prove themselves worthy." These words still ring true today. This day is not established for us to celebrate our victories, as proud of them as we are. This day was established for us to celebrate people that made those victories possible. Those people that were willing to stand up and answer that call of service and prove themselves worthy to be free. It's a day that we reflect on the brave men and women of our nation's armed forces, generations of them, who have believed in and fought for a set of ideas. They have chosen to act for a cause and to serve a cause that was greater than self. And in this decade-long war on terrorism, they've endured tour after tour in distant and desolate places. They have protected us from danger, and they have given us and others the opportunity for a better life. They are our bright and shining knights that are guarding liberty's gates. So, to all of our veterans, to our fallen, and to their families, there are no tribute, there is no commemoration, no praise that can truly match the magnitude of your service and your sacrifice. We can only offer these few words, these few humble words of thanks for your extraordinary service and sacrifice in preserving liberty, justice, equality, and the right for us all to live in a world free of tyranny. Often there are so many experts that pontificate these days about the future of our veterans, claiming that technology someday will replace man or replace us from having to put people into harm's way. However, they are continually reminded that our enemy gets a vote. While the faces of our threats do change, many things remain the same and are as same today as they have been for thousands of years. T.R. Behrenbeck wrote in an article that I recently read that you may fly over a land forever. You may bomb it, atomize it, pulverize it, wipe it clean of life. But if you desire to defend it, to protect it, and to keep it for civilization, you must do this on the ground, the way the Roman legions did, by putting your young men into the mud. Our veterans have faithfully protected